I believe that nothing is too small until you start comparison. If you start to compare, then your view about that thing will change. You begin to see that this is small. Because if there's no comparison, there is every tendency that that thing will be, appreciated. You will love it, you care for it, you use it, properly. Just like somebody have one child, you won't compare. But the moment you have two, three, you begin to see how they are growing up. This one is unique in this area. This one is, unique in that area. Your eyes is going to open to comparison. But if you have only one, you might not really compare. Because there's no one in that house that you are going to compare that child to. Because it's the only one, you tend to care more. Everything about that child is perfect. Likewise, whatever you have, don't compare it to anyone. Let comparison, let it be something that is blindfolded. You can't see it. So that you can, see the value of that thing more. Nothing is too small until you start comparing it to other. And you know something about comparison is draining. It's draining. It's going to drain you, from you not having a heart of thanksgiving. If somebody, have more than you in any ramification of life, that is theirs, not yours. We are not running the same race. Everybody, we are different in our own way, and you are unique. Don't let anything push you to the extent that you won't be grateful to what God has blessed you with. God is aware of the time He's going to give you that breakthrough. Let's say God, planning to bless you with that thing next year. But this year, and that means you still have, more to go. But you started worry, comparing you to another person. You are comparing yourself to another person. That means you are going to worry for almost 8 months. Instead of you, being worried, just change it to gratitude. Change it, to thanksgiving. Because God that give you little is going to give you more than enough. It's going to, He keep multiplying, He's a multiplier. It's going to give you abundance that you are not going to have even room to contain it. By the time you start comparing, you are going to graduate to worry. Because it's going to bother you, affect you in every area. And before you know it, a lot of things will set in. With what you have, you are okay with it. Just keep thanking God to a place that you are, taking you to a place that God is taking you to. Don't give, the spirit of worry a room. Focus on what you have. If you don't focus on what you have, you won't be happy, honestly. Because you keep referring to what you don't have. It's just like, the devil is trying to shift your focus or your attention to what you don't have. He just wants to rob you of that happiness. So focus on what you have and thank God. I have my notes here. Let me see what I have here. Okay, if you think you don't have more than enough, although it can be obvious that you don't really have what it takes, but just thank God to that way, where it's going to take you to a place where you are going to have what it takes. If you think what you have is not enough, by the time you have conversation with other people, you will realize that they are looking at you from far away to have what you don't have, and you think it's not enough. I can remember that I can remember vividly during the pandemic. There's some things that happen, you can't forget it. He said that it's going to create, it's going to create a memory. Maybe it's going to be positive or negative. It might be something you look at, you look at it, you say, no, I don't pray for this thing to happen again. During the pandemic, a lot of things happen. And I remember that I was left with $20. I was working with this popular company before because of a pandemic. So, I left. And I had $20 with me. And guess what? With that $20, God took me to another level of appreciation, another level of gratitude. It's like I will teach you what the meaning of gratitude today. Going to the gas station, I was feeling, unhappy, kind of sad with $20 gas. And that $20 gas cannot even fill up my tank. But in case, let me just see, let me still go to the gas station and buy gas. Just, driving. So I drove there. On getting there, someone just walked up to me and she said, can I give her $5 to buy gas? Guess what? I said, okay. So, it's cash. So we went inside and I told her that I can give her $10. So I gave her $10. The person attending to us, I gave them $10. I go, okay, we'll share it. It's going to be $10. And I bought a gas for $10. And she also, get a gas of $10 into her car. One thing about giving is when you give, when you bless someone, it gives you this joy. And the joy that you will see on their face is going to be a memory for you. When you remember the way they reacted, you will be happy that, Lord, you used me to be a blessing to someone today. When I, after, get done with the gas, and I was just thanking God. Inside the car, I was just thinking, and I was so happy as if I filled up that tank. Meanwhile, what I learned that day was appreciate what you have. No matter how you think that thing is big or it's not big. Maybe it's little or it's not little. Appreciate it. The more you have it, thank God for it. Because that $20 you think that you don't have, some people don't even have it. You want to pay your house rent. You see, I have half. Some people are looking for that half. To just pay half. Later they will pay the rest. So always appreciate God. with the little He has blessed you with. Some people don't have that little. And focus on what you have. On what you don't have, say thank God for it. Because by focusing on what you don't have, it's draining, honey.